the problem. It didn't want to connect to Facebook. Crazy. Anyway, how is everybody? I hope everyone is well. Let me just get the chat up so I can see if anyone is joining me. I do hope so. Sorry I'm a minute or so late because of that nonsense with Facebook not wanting to connect. But anyway, we are here now, here live. And I've got a great little project for you today, which is a bit different from normal. I'm not making cards anymore, but I'm decorating boxes. So, yeah, I'm just going to finish my coffee and then we'll get on with things. So if you are joining me, then please do let me know who you are, where you're from. And I hope some other people can join. I'm going to apologise now, and I'll apologise again later, if anyone's joining me that's coming to my crafty Christmas party. Because if you're coming to my crafty Christmas party, you will see these. So you're getting a little bit of a preview. But yeah, I'm making them for everybody who's coming. So, but hopefully most of you aren't, well, I'm very sad that most of you aren't coming because I'd love people to come to the Christmas party, but obviously only if you live locally. It's not possible otherwise, unless you want to fly over and stay, that's fine too. But yeah, it should be good, which is on the 12th of December. And before I forget to mention it, my online Craftalong by Zoom is this Thursday at 5 o'clock. And we're making some really simple but really quite stunning star decorations. So I do hope you can join me then. To join me, just go along to my website at craftycarolscards.co.uk, click on the Craftalong blog, and you will get your the Zoom link. So, oh, Margaret, hello, nice to see you. Apologies, because you're going to see this on the 12th of December as well, but at least you'll get an idea of what. Well, it's sort of I suppose it is sort of spoiling the surprise. So apologies, but hey, that's life. What else can I say? Yeah, it's I'm making these little gifts for us for our Christmas party. So you will get a little bit of a preview, but obviously you won't see it in real life until you come. So apologies if the preview is going to spoil the party. I hope it doesn't. Anyway, yeah, let me just finish my coffee. Yeah. Number one, before I let it go cold as usual. I always make it and think I've got time enough to drink it, and then it's too hot to drink. And anyway, let me just swap to my desk view. Let's see what's on my desk. And you will see here what I've got. A little bit dark today, shadows, but hey, I think it's all right. I am actually I wanted to show off these. These are the book treat boxes, and they come in a pack of 10. This is what they look like made up. So this is what we're going to do today. I'm going to go through all the measurements just to make a nice little box for putting things in. And if I got some, I think I've closed all of these. Yeah, the tab actually sticks closed. So yes, I have made some already because I'm making them for our due on the 12th of December. I keep forgetting the time. Okay, so they do fit. I've just got a tin of sweets here, various different ones, and they fit roughly 5 or 6 sweets. So let's put a few in here and just make them up. Cream eggy thing. And what else have we got? Fudge and I have a toffee penny as well. They're a bit mixed, all these, because I've been making up. I hope the toffee penny might not. Does it fit? Possibly not. Anyway, it's 4 or 5 sweets. That one doesn't want to go in, does it? Let's give it the toffee penny and try. What about a toffee thing? That'll do. There we go. So there it is. That's the box made up. So it fits fair nice things like that. Obviously, if you don't want to give sweets, you can fit a Yankee candle actually fits in beautifully. I've got one somewhere and I was going to look it out, but I've forgotten where it is. Anyway, these I'll show you how to put the boxes together and how to decorate them, because I saw them and I thought, yeah, they're great, but they're very plain, just plain. So I've already cut some bits, but I spent a lot of time measuring these. So you need 2 bits for each box. You need the outside cover, just move that, which is this bit, okay, and that folds up and this bit folds round. So that's how we form the cover. And then this bit forms the box, goes that way actually, upwards, which sticks in the back here. And can you see this has already got 2 bits of tape on to stick it in. They come like this, they come with the tape on and a piece here, and it's really nice strong tape. I'm impressed with this tape, a bit better than our usual tape. It's quite solid. And the box itself, I can't tell you, can you just get a feel of how solid that cardboard is. It's really good thick card, really good thick card. You can sort of hear it if I bang. It's very, very high quality, I think. I'm really impressed with these. Now, if you wanted to make these yourself, I do have a video and blog on making it. I can't remember when it was, and I meant to look because, yeah, you need it. But anyway, let's get on with how you need to decorate these boxes. So yeah, if you want to make one of your own, mine was a bit bigger. You'd have to adjust the sizes to get one this size, but these are lovely just for little treats or whoever. So to decorate the box, now I have used the Sentimental Christmas papers. I get them from over here, various bits, because I've been cutting them all up. Beautiful set of papers. A bit in there. Let me try and show you some of these. They're lovely. We've got deer with sort of brown snowflakes on the back. That lovely paper I've just shown you on the box I've made up with lovely Christmas trees. These Christmas trees, which I think are gorgeous, with stripy green on the back. This lovely for scrapbooking, this sheet, if you're into scrapbooking. It's got these on the back, and I've used these cut out for the centre of some of the boxes. That one, lovely garlands, stripy red, and those are the sheets. I don't think there's any others I've missed. Oh yeah, there's this one. This is also a big one. It's a big sheet. Obviously, I've cut mine up, and this is a 12 by 12, which again would be a nice Christmas scrapbook thing, or just for doing fronts of cards if you want to cut it up. That's got the candles on the back, which is the one I've actually used for today's bits. So let me just get rid of all of these over there, and then I can show you what you need for this. So I've done all the measurements for you. Hooray. I've got a couple of tricks, so keep watching the video, because there's a couple of tricks as to how best to stick it all together. But what you need for this, for the outside of the box, we obviously want something on the back. I've included a spine and something on this cover. This is inside. You don't need to stick anything on here, but you could repeat the same size pieces if you want to stick a couple of pieces on the inside as well. I didn't bother. I've left mine blank, but you could do. And I've put in the blog, I'll be putting the measurements if you do want to do the sides of the box. If I show you this one that I've done already, I haven't covered the actual box sides or this bit of the tab. But you could if you wanted, and I'm going to be giving you the measurements in the blog that's out later today. So the bits you need for this, you need 2 pieces that are in centimetre sizes. Oops. 2 pieces which are 7.5 by 10 centimetres, or 2 7/8 inches by 3 7/8 inches. And you want 2 of those. That's for the front and the back. Then you also want a piece which is 2.5 centimetres by 10, or 1 inch by 3 7/8, and that is for the spine. Plus, you want a little tiny, tidgy little tiny bit, which is 2.3 wide by 3.5 along. So it's just a little tiny bit, and that is for the end of this tab piece. And finally, you need a piece for the inside, which you can either use a contrasting DSP, or for these I've just cut the same. And this piece for the inside is 8.5 centimetres by 6.5 centimetres, or 3.25 inches by 2 5/8. Oh, this by the way, this is 15/16 of an inch wide and 1.5 inches across for working in inches. So these are all the bits, and very simple it is to put together. We just need to stick the bits on. So I'm going to stick the bit in the bottom of the box to start with, so I can show you how we make up the box bit. And it is a lot easier to stick this into the box area before you make up the box. I've got glue on this surface again, honestly. If you make up the box and then try and stick it in, it's a lot more difficult to get it absolutely even. So stick your DSP into the box before you make it up. And then really simple to make up. You're just going to fold in these tabs, and this side has got a double layer of cardboard on it on both sides. So really solid, thick cardboard. Then these 2 bits either side fold up and fold in, and there is already a piece of tape on this box when you get it. When you buy the set of treat boxes, they come with these. Really solid card. I can't get over how thick the card is, given some of the things we've had recently. So we're just going to fold those tabs inside and fold the top over just to hold the box together. So I'm going to take the topping off the tape. Oh, that's better. My bin had vanished under the desk again. Now, I found the best way to do this is to hold the two sides in with your fingers, then bring the fold up, make sure it's nice and even and exact on both sides, and then push the flap down and stick it. So very easy to make up this box, but it is important you just hold the sides in, because it's a little bit easy to allow those to come out a little bit too far, but it's very simple. So making sure it's lined up using my fingers at the side, and then squeeze that down, and that forms our box piece, which is going to stick into this when we've finished covering it. Now, the tricks I wanted to show you are how to get all of these. I show you this a bit closer. Can you see it's got a slightly rounded corner? And the tab, of course, is quite round at each end. So what's the best way to deal with that? Well, I found my corner punch, and I've got this particular corner punch, which I love because it's easy to use. The Stampin' Up one, it's a little bit more difficult to do this because for these tiny corners, so I'm making sure I've got the right piece, and I want to do these two corners. So have it, if you've got a directional paper like this, do make sure you cut it the right way. But if I rounded the corners, where's the first one I made so I can show you? Vanished. Don't know where oh, it's over there. I have to admit to making a complete boo-boo with this first one I made, because I stuck the directional paper on upside down so that the tab on this one comes around the back. I don't think it matters. I'm going to give this to our postman, so I'm sure he won't mind. But what I did there, I used the corner rounder. You can see it perhaps on there. Yeah, I used my corner rounder normally, and it actually came in from the corner a little bit too far. I don't know if you can you see what I mean? It's just sort of rounded the corner a little bit too much. So it's come in a little bit too far from the corner. Yeah. So what I found was with this particular punch, normally you would push it in against the two sides and then it rounds the corner. But I found if you just pull it out just a fraction and then round the corner, it actually fits a lot better. It's closer to the corner. That one I've probably done a little bit too much again, but if you just sort of take the end of it without putting it fully in, that's better. Can you see how, if I hold this up against it, you can see how it's cut it much, much closer. Yeah. So without putting it fully into the corner rounder, you can get it to look a lot better. So I'll do this front one again. On the front one, obviously we need to cut the opposite two corners. So I'm going to do those in the same way. Don't put it right in. I've got the same gap either side. I'm just taking off the very tip. That's all. You could do this with scissors, but I found I just got a better result just using partially using my corner rounder. I hope that makes some sense. Right, so very simply, we're just going to stick these on. That lantern's beautiful. I wish I'd noticed that had cut out in the centre. I could have used that side of the paper. But hey, I'm using the candles today. I've already cut the bits. So that's the first one. And the way I've given you these sizes, I'm leaving a very, very narrow gap around it. I didn't want much white showing around the edge. If you cut them slightly smaller than I've given you, then obviously you would get a bigger white border around them. Totally up to you. But I thought these looked about right, so that you've got a really narrow border all the way around, making sure it's the same top, bottom, and in the middle. And then we just want the strip stuck down the centre. So pop that in there. And again, I've just got these nice narrow little borders all the way around. So I haven't covered, it doesn't work if you cut a whole piece because the creases never sit nicely. It's always better to cut several pieces if you're coming over some quite sharp curves, because it's quite sharp score lines, because the paper just does not sit nicely on them. It sits much better if you cut them in 3 pieces like this. Now for this tab, I've got a completely rounded tab, and I found for that one, and I want it this way, so it's these corners I'm punching, I could put that completely in my corner rounder on both corners. Oops. Like that. And that actually cuts the right sort of size if there isn't a little bit of flaky. That's better. Little flaky bits on there, didn't quite punch properly. So there we go. And you can see that just fits on really nicely on the tab. So I'm going to stick that on now. Again, just leaving a little tiny little white border all the way around. And that is the front of the box completed. So as I said, there's already tape in this box, in the tops here, so I can take the covering off. It actually is marked, so you can see. I think they've obviously, when they've manufactured it, they've actually put marks where they wanted the tape to go. So now I just need to make sure that this is the right way up, and then we just place this box in the middle, or as near the middle as we can get. Not right up to the fold there, because you want it to fold round, and then that is how the box closes. And there is tape here to close this tab, but obviously I haven't quite finished yet. I want to add a little greeting. I'm going to add I've just stamped Merry Christmas from Greetings of the Season, I think it is, and I'm going to stick that on here. I think little. Yeah, I could sort of shape it a bit more, but no, I think I'll just stick it on as it is. We'll have a dimensional, I think. Why not? Great one for using dimensionals on things, as you know. So I've got the edge. I'm running out of dimensionals again. But the key with this is make sure that you place this wherever it's not going to get in the way of the tab. So I think I'm going to just put it actually straight across the top here, or as straight as I can get it without actually measuring it. Depends if I've got my straight eyes in today or not. So making sure it doesn't interfere with this tab, I'm just going to pop it there. Now you could obviously put a board around here, make it all very posh. I'm just going to, if I can find them, I definitely had them out here somewhere. Yeah, I'm just going to use some of these lovely berries because I think they're rather nice. So we'll have some of the red berries, and we'll have those up here as a Merry Christmas. There we go. And that is my little box. So again, I can just fill it with some sweets. Grab a few from here, just to show you the right mix. These, I don't know why, but they are. And you can get, as I say, 4 or 5 in here. Make my crunchy side go sideways, and then I think I can get them in better. There we go. And there we have it. So I can just take off this tape here, and that holds it closed. And there we have it, yet another one done. So that's, I think I've just got to do one more or something for the, this is for our postman, one more for my party, plus I better have a spare, so I better do another one just in case. So I hope you like that. I'll show you a different one with some different paper. But again, I'd already got these bits, so I just need a middle. There we go. So for this one, I cut out the boot for the center of my box. So make sure you get this the right way around. It's the inside of the box that you want to actually stick your picture for the inside on. So we'll do that one first. So as I said, all of the measurements, I gave them to you before. They are all on the website, in the blog, which will be published later this afternoon when I've put this video link in, when I finally got that done. So is everybody up to date? Have you made all your Christmas cards? Have you got all your presents? I was looking for some Christmas paper today. I wanted to wrap a present for my great niece, and I couldn't find any Christmas paper, so I had to find a birthday. I had some birthday papers, so I chose the one that was least birthday-like and didn't say happy birthday all over it, and wrapped it in that because I needed to post it this morning. But anyway, so I've just ordered some paper, so I shall get that soon. There, so there's my box bit. Now for this one, again, this is the key. You need it this way round with your tab to the left if you've got directional paper. Really, really important. So again, I'm going to trim my little corners just by taking off literally the tiniest bit of the corner so that it fits nicely. And then I got my deer for the front as well. So again, just taking off the tip. So is everybody ready for Christmas? So yeah, I mentioned my Zoom, my free Zoom Craftalong on Thursday this week, 5th, 2 days time. Christmas cards all done. Well done, Margaret. I've still got a few to make, but I shall just be doing some fairly quick ones, I think, to finish the last few. I'm not actually sending as many this year. I've just seen a thing on the news that says, you know, people aren't going to send as much because postage is so expensive, and I have to say that is the case. So obviously I'll be I give a lot of my Christmas cards to people I see, which is fine, and that doesn't cost, so that's great. But yeah, posting them, it costs a lot of money. I think it cost me nearly £50 last year to post everything, which is just quite ridiculous. And I think it would be more this year, and that's posting second class. It's not as if I'm sending things first class, but it is a bit crazy. And I don't think it helps people who want to make their own cards and send them, because it really does add to the cost when you have to spend so much on postage. Anyway, that's by the by. I can make these up quite quickly. And I can't remember the price of these treat boxes, but hey, they are okay. Now, yeah, on my project on Thursday for my Craftalong, we're going to be making star decorations. It's at 11 o'clock UK time on Thursday. And the link, the Zoom link, because it's all done on Zoom, so we can actually talk instead of have to write messages. And it's going to be, which way around is that bird? No, I don't think it is a bird. It's just some snow on a branch, so it's that way around. Right. So yeah, we're going to be making some star decorations, and all you need for it is 2 bits of 6x6 paper. That's all you need, with a pattern. I wouldn't use a directional pattern per se, but just some sort of general pattern. DSP will look very, very good. So yeah, if you want to join me, I hope you do, then please do go along to my Craftalong thing, especially when you put on ribbon and bling. Yes, very true. I'm not putting ribbon on these. I think there's enough on the box, to be honest, but as you saw, I am putting a little bit of bling because we can't have nothing. Yeah. Ribbon and bling, it's the cost of postage. Yeah, I think that's what you're getting at. And I think that's very true. The cost of postage is dire when you have to go large letter just because you put a little bit of bling on a card. It is ridiculous. Anyway, never mind. A lot of my cards are either fun folds or I have too much bling on them, so they have to go, sadly, they have to go, I'll put that one down here below that little bird. They have to go large letter, which again adds to the cost, which is horrendous. I'm going to have to find some way of using these white berries because I'm using all the red ones and not so many of the white. Anyway, that's my next one. So yeah, I hope that you have a go at making these boxes because they are good fun. I hope you like the fact I've worked out all the measurements for you in inches or centimeters, whichever is your preference. But that gives me a nice load now. I have to get this one to shut, but I need to put the sweets in it first, which I haven't done yet. Just shut for a minute while I get the others to show you. So these are the ones I've done so far. So it was going to be 3 with deers on them. Well, that's okay. I don't mind that. That's fine. So yeah, that's the one for my postmaster. That's do you remember the Christmas that I made last week? I decided to use it on the box. There we go. So yeah, that's today's project. Please do join me on Thursday at 11 o'clock on Zoom. Link is in the Craftalong blog or in the email if you get my emails. And yeah, I hope you can join me then, because we'll be making these star decorations with 2 pieces of 6x6 DSP, which will be good fun. The other thing to say is that today there is the Last Chance Products has come out on the website, on the Stampin' Up website. So if you follow my shop link on the website, you can get to the Stampin' Up website and go to the Last Chance Products. And these are going to be, some of them will be discounted, not everything, but they're last chance from the current mini catalogue. And some kits and things like that, I think, as well, or some online exclusives that are running low. Some of them will have discounts, some products won't have discounts, but it is last chance. And what that now means is everything is being brought together under Last Chance Products. When they are sold out, they will vanish from there and be gone forever. So if there's anything you particularly want, then do make the most of getting it now. I am going to be doing an order this week. I'll probably do it either later today or tomorrow. So if there is anything you want, then please get in touch with me, and I'd be happy to order it for you if you're in the UK or, of course, Europe. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll join me again next week at 2 o'clock for another Craftalong Live. And don't forget, all the information for this is on the blog. If you've got these treat boxes or want to get them, they really are great. I mean, I've still got 3 in that pack, so I must have made 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I made 7. So yeah, I need to make up a few more because I'll be giving them to all sorts of people as just little extras for Christmas. And they're great fun to do, and they don't take very much DSP, which is always good. So join me next Tuesday. Join me on Thursday if you can. And